What are some decent paying jobs you can get if you are a C student in high school? Nobody doing the hiring is going to give a shit about your high school grades. True. You either graduated or you didn't. They care about the diploma. And when it comes to high school, they don't care much about it even then. You get paid for risk, responsibility, skill, and rarity. With only high school, it'll take some luck and a long time to work up the skill angle, and nobody's going to give you responsibility out of the gate either. Which leaves risk if you want some pay. And even then there are a lot of other people in your shoes competing with you, so the bonus that comes with risk is reduced by the lack of rarity of what you can offer. Gray area stuff tends to pay more. You could probably find work in the legal portions of the sex industry and expect to bring in some money. To all the people saying they don't care about your diploma, they care enough to ask if you have it, to set it as a minimum job requirement. You can lie if you want, and in most places you'll probably get away with it. But if they didn't care at all they wouldn't ask. And I've never lied on a resume and can't imagine myself doing so. Your grades in high school only matter if you're trying to get into college. Employers don't care as long as you graduate. Some employers don't even care if you graduated. I'm on my third big boy job in my degree field, STEM field. I'm 33 and not one single fucking interviewer has asked for proof that I even attended college. It kinda pisses me off. Like the day I turned 21 I walked confidently into Speedway and picked out a six-pack, strolled up to the register and the cashier said that'll be X dollars please. No, bitch. I finally have these credentials that allow me to do this, your damn skippy gonna check them. Edit. Wow, big response to something I kinda just dashed off. Let me circle back to Op's original question. Season high school can still get you into college or maybe a community college for your pre-reqs and gen ed classes and it's a whole lot cheaper. If you are at a place where you're starting to wonder if your academic performance has been good enough so far, if you're still in high school, you're doing fine. 1. Don't get arrested for anything, especially a DUI. Keep your record clean. 2. Once you get into college, try a little harder. Try to focus a little more. High is a tall pile of bullshit you have to slog through. This is an important life skill. College feels less like bullshit, so trying harder comes a little easier. One of the hardest parts about college is just how poor you're gonna be the whole time, unless your parents are paying for everything. Either way though, if you are kinda just coasting through high school, you can still do fine. Don't worry too much. The worst thing you could do is just keep kinda coasting. The biggest caveat is if you can speak to what you're applying for. Your employer will know instantly you're full of it if they ask you something specific and all you can reply is you. Edit. Holy crap, my first goal. Thank you, kind stranger. Now to put these internet points to good use and help pay off this crushing student debt. Believe it or not, air traffic controller. My uncle makes $155,000 a year full federal benefits and he was a high school dropout who obtained a GED. The job is really about a set of natural skills that only about 40% of the population has. It may be you. It also has the highest alcohol addiction and suicide rate of any civilian career due to the stress. What if you're already a suicidal alcoholic? Would that mean I'm more qualified? Someone get this man a headset. It's way more important that you have a clean criminal record than be an honor student in high school. I can't figure out why more people don't get this. Agreed. Your grades only really matter for college entrance, scholarship eligibility, internships in college. Real world doesn't give two shits about your grades. Just your work ethic and experience. Grad school certainly cares about your grades. If you want a career that requires grad school, you better focus on your grades. Edit. Yes, I know grad school isn't looking at high school grades. My comment really should have been more focused on getting good grades in high school to go to a good undergrad. Grad school cares about your undergrad grades, the strength of the program you attended, your score on whatever graduate entrance exam you take, GRE, MCAT, GMAT, LSAT, etc. and your extracurriculars. An apprenticeship for any of the trades that pay well, electrician, HVAC, plumber, etc. The US is in the middle of the largest shortage of skilled labor in its history. You will have plenty of opportunities. I don't think anyone asks about HS grades, could be wrong. They don''T.I.em in a trade union in the Northeast, and when I signed up they didn't need to photocopy my diploma. But they don't care about specific grades. My last day of high school consisted of walking around to all of my failed classes and seeing if I could make an assignment up on the spot to bring me up to a D so that I'd have enough credits to graduate. One of my teachers said, "I didn't enter a grade 4 assignment." "You did that, right?" Yeah, I did that. It was a pass or fail science experiment, so it's either an A or F. He gave me a C, probably knew I was full of shit, but didn't care enough to ruin me. And 3 days later I graduated. 9 years later I was making $100K and haven't dropped below that any year since. That's how much grades don't matter. Honestly, even construction. If you keep your nose clean and take care of yourself, it's not that bad. If you let yourself get out of shape and get into drugs and booze, you'll be hurting when you're 40. I started out of high school, right at the bottom. I was handed a jackhammer and shown how to maintain it and what to do. 6 years later I was an operator, and now I'm in the process of becoming a foreman. The past 2 years I've made $70K, and I only work 7 months a year. Turnover is high, so if you stick it out and have some brains you'll move right up. In all honesty, we only keep about 30% of the people we hire every year. Programmer, I see that you have shown that you have proficiency in the C language. Go into the trades. Electrician, plumber, etc. They make bank once they get to journeyman, which takes about 4 to 5 years. Edit. Yes, it can be very hard work and hard on your body. Probably want to plan for something else beyond your mid-40s. Even apprentices make well above $10 per hour here in the Midwest, and raises come quick for competent trainees. It's a good living. Hard work when the work needs to get done, but there's a lot of the regular old daily grind as well. I'd honestly recommend that even the A students look at this for a career path for consideration. If you're the type of person that likes to work with your hands and see the results of your work, then the trades are going to offer a very rewarding life. If you are decent with numbers and practical math, look into machining. I was a D student and am currently making $20 an hour in a state where the minimum wage is like $8. What do you call a doctor that gets C's in medical school? A doctor. Employers typically want something more tangible than grades. You're more likely to get asked about the projects and groups you've been involved in and the skill that came from those opportunities than being asked for your transcripts. They want to know you got your diploma or GED and then why you have skills for the job you're applying for. Also, side tip, if you're looking at a job that says, college degree preferred or something to that effect, apply anyways. There's no promise that an applicant with a college degree will apply, and the company may need to fill the position quickly, giving you a higher chance of getting hired. Federal government. There are thousands of job postings, many of which don't require a degree and are open to the public and recent grads. Postal Service USPS always hiring, you just gotta be willing to work. But $18.56 starting ain't bad. My dad worked there for 35 years and is retired at 56. He loved it too. He recommends it to me as there's many options such as being a carrier or clerk. I'm definitely thinking of going down that path. My favorite high school teacher, and coincidentally my favorite college professor, said nobody outside these walls are going to care if you passed with a C or an A. All they care about is whether or not you passed. College added on, there's no such thing as a C diploma or an A diploma. Edit, because of the amount of people replying not in my field. Yes, some fields it matters. 98% of fields, it doesn't. I've never met someone that lost out on their career because they got a C average in college, though I'm sure there's a career out there that it's happened. The point is, those fields are the minority. good grades doesn't always convert to physical skill and knowledge. You can have A+ average and be terrible in your field because you can't figure out how to apply your knowledge. High school grades don't matter, it's what you do afterwards to get the good paying job. Yes, I got ass grades in high school, but I picked the right path and I'm on my way to graduate in 3 months with a great job already lined up afterwards. High school grades can suck my nut. Edit. Just to clarify, I'm graduating college. I left high school with average C grades, but I got into a decent college and suddenly seem to be doing overall better. Sorry for the confusion. If you're a good communicator, get into sales, then upgrade into industry, BTB. Motivation, flexibility and bite will bring you forward. Automotive, railways or aviation, 70K at age 30, 100K at 45. Can confirm. I left with nothing, I mean nothing. Now in B2B sales, high-tech industry. Just got my head down after school, like the job, and built a reputation. Great money. There's a job for everyone in this world if you have the right attitude. Hey friend. Take it from a former C-grade student. During the parent-teacher interviews in my senior years, I was told by my careers advisor to give up my dreams on being an engineer because I was behind the other students. But guess who's an engineer now? Fuck you, Ms. Bird. It's about finding something you wanna do, and that can be daunting, but if you want it enough you will find avenues to where you wanna be, dude. So don't worry about your high school grades. Show them you have work ethic and that you're willing to put in the hard yards. When I was in HS I got nothing better than a D. But I was smart, just bored. I joined the Navy nuclear power program and passed the training. I'm no longer in nuclear power, but my non-college graduated friends who are working at the local nuclear power plant after being in the Navy are making 6 figures. So if you got nothing but a C just because you wanted to be someplace else but relatively intelligent, there's an option for you. Do you have anything to say about your experience? Leave a comment. And subscribe to this channel if you want to see more same videos.